I've reached my 12th Buc-ee's location. This one is about 15 minutes east of Mobile, Alabama. Current price for regular, $4.58 a gallon. Cheaper than Florida though. I'm filling up a tank. Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome everyone. I'm here at this very busy Buc-ee's near Mobile, Alabama. I just got some gas, then we're gonna get some beverages, and then go see a big ship. Gonna be a busy and humid day. Let's go. The tall building in the distance is the RSA Battlehouse Tower in downtown Mobile. It's 745 feet tall, the tallest skyscraper in Alabama. Just east of downtown is the USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park. My last visit was when I was just 15 months old. We were visiting my Nana, who drove from Tallahassee where she lived at the time. This is an impressive place with the ship and a submarine to visit. We paid our $16 per person and now we're in this hangar to see some aircraft. Take a look at this. A lot of fighter jets in here. Also a pretty good crowd here this morning. The VMFA-323. This fighter jet is used by the United States Marine Corps and went into battle against the Japanese military during World War II. Over here is a Marine One Sikorsky helicopter, which was used to transport the President of the United States. A helicopter is typically used for short distances instead of a motorcade. Some more military vehicles over here, as part of the World War II exhibit, starting with this U.S. Army Jeep. Here's a display for the Tuskegee Airmen, a group of black military pilots who fought during World War II. No black man had been a military pilot until the Tuskegee Airmen. A Vought F-8 Crusader jet, used by the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps during the Vietnam War. This area is really interesting and I haven't even gotten to the submarine or battleship yet. This area looks like a recreation of a prisoner of war holding area. Not even a cot to sleep on. It looks like prisoners of war slept on a decline and on just a mat, which is very difficult to do. Down there is an article of John McCain, himself a prisoner of war, discussing the story of an Alabama prisoner of war. More military aircraft over here. So much military history, I can see why this place is so popular. Now we're heading out to the USS drum submarine. I don't even think I've ever been inside a submarine. The first part of the self-guided tour is along the top deck. This is a very large deck gun used to sink small targets. Now heading inside the sub. This submarine is a National Historic Landmark.
Here's a little shower, Harley. Come slowly.
On the left is one of the several torpedoes. This is where torpedoes were kept and loaded through those tubes. Also, 15 bunk beds are in here.
So she's reminded him of the man.
This looks to be where the food is prepared. There's a sink and some serving dishes.
Why is the mic just vibrating?
More bunk beds for soldiers.
There's 3 bunk beds in that. This must be the captain's headquarters, please.
A dining area could be for the captain.
You say the original girl? Yeah, captain's cabin.
Sleeping area size for 2 people. Also room for a small desk. Here's the captain's cabin. Slightly more spacious and a nicer mattress. Sleeping quarters has Sleep 3.
Open the door first, Mama.
Then another room that sleeps 5. They really pack in servicemen here. This looks to be the steering area, I think.
You hear Daddy up there? What's up there?
Going from room to room through these small portals. This looks like the cook serving some breakfast. This looks like a game room where you can play backgammon or cards. Some more sleeping quarters for many more servicemen. And here, a pair of sandals, sometimes worn to reduce noise, as the enemy listen for soldiers walking around. And here is the forward engine room. These engines are used when the submarine has surfaced to generate electricity throughout the ship. Even more sleeping quarters. Looks like the beds slide in and out to save space. Now back at the top of the ship, check out the view of Mobile Bay. It's also a beautiful day today, kinda warm, kinda humid, but not bad. Some markers over here. The first one is dedicated to the lookout man on the submarine. Lookout men were crucial as they could quickly identify if an enemy ship were approaching. Another for Howard W. Gilmore, who sacrificed himself to save the ship during battle. The last one is a memorial to the U.S.S. Herring, which sunk in battle. Now walking up this platform to the U.S.S. Alabama battleship. There's also a self-guided tour for the ship as well. The tour entrance starts here under this yellow awning. Some displays in the first section of the ship. The first are some pictures during construction of the vessel. Over here are some artifacts from Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Here's a cross-section of the entire ship. Look how massive it is. Looks like at least 10 decks. Some artifacts from the Japanese Navy. And here are items describing the defensive capabilities of Japan. This room can be rented out. In fact, they're about to host some people in a few minutes. Making sure Mobile doesn't start anything. Now on the bow of the ship, look how huge this ship is. Speaking of huge, look at these chains for the anchors. Now heading back toward the center of the ship to see additional areas, maybe climb the steps to the upper decks. Climbed up a couple of decks. This was the starboard side, looking at Mobile Bay. Now the port side with a view of the Mobile skyline. Now this view. You can see I've gone up a couple more decks. Problem is I have to make my way back down. I did eventually make my way down to the main level and heading to the stern of the ship. Another impressive view of the battleship. The ship was one of the most decorated battleships in U.S. wartime history. In the distance is the Port of Mobile. Technically, we're in the Gulf of Mexico right now. These markers note how this ship had become the memorial to all the Alabamians that lost their lives serving this country. Now heading out, but like many attractions, we have to exit through the gift shop. Won't you look at the size of that propeller? Guess you need a massive propeller to move that gigantic vessel. I can't get over how huge this battleship is. Here's a marker for Tristan de Luna y Arellano, a Spanish colonist who arrived in this area in the year 1559 with 11 ships, 500 soldiers, and 1,000 other civilians, but the colonization failed due to a hurricane. There are other military vehicles out here. Panning around to get another view of the ship, I'm not able to get the entire ship into view. I had a really great visit. It was great to learn about World War II and beyond the actual battleship and submarine used in several battles. Impressive. Most impressive. And that's it for my visit to the USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park. This was a really great visit, but now it's time for me to head back home. That leg of this road trip will be in my next video. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!